Good morning. Saturday morning. I'm down at a bit of a different park area that I'm usually. Well, no, I've come down here, but I'm down here today. I'm going on a bit of a hunting mission. I'm going to look for a fungus that grows on the side of a birch tree called Chaga, Chaga. It's not the most appetizing looking fungus, hence they call it a fungus, but it grows naturally on a white birch tree. I don't know how many birch trees are down here, to be honest with you, in this area, so I might not find anything. But what Chaga is known for, it's high in antioxidants, its cancer-fighting properties, inflammatory fighting properties, and a multitude of other medicinal positive benefits. Obviously indigenous people knew about it for centuries, like they know about most things that grows wild in nature. So I'm going to see if I can, I brought a saw. They come in various sizes on the birch tree. You got to cut it about an inch away from the host tree, the trunk, because it will grow back. If you cut it too close to the tree, you could damage the tree, and you could also prevent that chaga from growing back. So you take the chaga, you cut it into very small pieces, or like kind of like you dry it out ideally and make it into a powder. Then you'd steep it in tea. You could use cheesecloth. You could use a pour over coffee filter. You could probably use just a regular paper filter from your coffee machine. But I'm going to see if I can find some. It's not really for me. It's for my brother. He's interested in it. And anyhow, I'm going to go for a hike. No bike today. Got my chest rig on. Got my 35-liter pack. I did a separate video with the breakdown. I'll put that link in the description if you want to watch my breakdown of what I have in my pack, my chest rig, sorry, and my 35-liter pack. I did a separate breakdown on that. I'm also feeding some chickadees here. I got that on a separate video, or I might put that in this video. But anyhow, I'm gonna go see if I can find some chaga. Just talking to a couple older guys there, and they're out here looking for birds, or bird watching. You know what? I can't say that I'm a proficient bird watcher at all, but I like them. I love birds. I love owls. So I just asked them guys if they've ever seen any owls down here, and they said no. But if I ever came across an owl in the wild, that'd be quite something. I know there's a couple of them in the Toronto area. Maybe one or two bald eagles, but all sorts of red-tailed hawks, that's for sure. And falcons, peregrine falcons. I know we have some of those for sure. Sparrow hawks, I believe. But hopefully I'll come across something today. This is a trail. It's completely frozen over right now. And I've been on this trail with my bike. I've actually done a video on my channel. I've rode this trail at night. It's kind of a spooky trail at night. Now, this is solid ice, and I didn't bring my trekking poles with me. I had them ready to go on my trekking poles, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to bring those. Now, I could have easily brought them, and it would have been safer for me to bring them, and I should have. But anyhow, I didn't. So I'll try not to fall. Yeah, but that was all solid ice. More ice. Quite a bit of it. Pretty slushy. So I'm wearing waterproof tactical boots, so I don't have a problem in that regard. And the shred's not so bad on the bottom, but I'm not wearing a spiked bottom. So I can see why people that might know this trail better than I do don't come along here right now. Because definitely a slip hazard. So I spot a couple birch trees here. There's not so far there's not a whole lot of birch, and I kind of knew that. If you drive around Toronto in the parks, or ride around in the parks, you don't see a lot of birch trees. My understanding of birch trees are they're not too resilient to ice when they get ice accumulation on them, and combine that with some wind, they topple over. I believe they're a hardwood, but it's a brittle hardwood, and so you see a lot of birch trees Oh, what am I doing? I'm in a swamp here. Okay, so this is definitely a white birch tree. And what you'd be looking for a growth on the side of it, a black growth. That would be the chaga. And that tree looks like it has no chaga on it. And there's another big birch tree over there. These are large birch trees, but no chaga. Now here is a little stream. Now, could you drink this water? I'm going to walk through it because like I said, I'm wearing waterproof boots. Could you drink this water? No, you couldn't drink this water untreated. This water, I don't know what the source of it is, but it's coming down from that hill. So this creek at one, or at a long portion of it is buried. It's internal, subterranean, I should say. So now what's in this water? I'm going to tell you what is in this water. It is street runoff, possibly human waste. I know that's gross. So you're going to get fertilizer residue from farming, pesticides from gardening, farming. You're going to get petroleum products, including oil and gasoline. You're going to get pharmaceuticals. You're going to get heavy water. You're going to get high calcium. A lot of stuff in this. So you just can't put a cup in there and drink it. So you'd have to filter it at the very least. And if I were to drink this, I'd filter it and probably boil it. Watch your step. It's all ice up there. Oh, good, good, good. So I could drink this water with my setup today, and I might just do that. At least I got some flowing water here. So now I know where some water is. I didn't bring any water with me, so I might have to drink this. And I might come back and do that. Another birch tree up here. This one, this one looks like it's on its way out. If it's not completely dead, it's definitely not going to last. I don't think much longer, but you can see, and obviously, the birch bark on this tree is awesome for fire starting. Everyone knows that, but no chaga on this either. Yeah, I might be skunked out of chaga today, but hey, that's no big deal. I can always order it off Amazon. Tell my brother I made it into pill form for him, and yeah, of course I'd have to charge him for it, and he would find that suspect. I'm only kidding. If I find the real deal, I'll use the real deal. Wow, look at the size of this tree here. Not as big as the trees in at the Capilano Bridge in Vancouver that I was at in June. Those trees out west are, yeah, you think you have big trees in Ontario? Think again. Those things out west, the Douglas firs, I don't know what other species, but that's a species that I encountered out in Stanley Park and in Capilano Suspension Bridge area, the tourist trap. Those trees were actually the $80 I paid to get into that park. The trees alone were worth the admission, and I'm not even kidding. I'd pay $80. I'd pay $80 to see that again. The trees. The bridge is a complete tourist trap. But hey, it's a tangent. Just talking to a few more guys. There's a bird feeding area up here, and one guy was looking at my patch on my chest rig. I don't know. Is that offensive? I don't think it is. The way I look at it, the more people think you're crazy, the more they stay away from you. Yeah, a lot of ice here. This could be, I'm putting my life at risk for you people. Yeah. They maintain these bridges quite well. This is a very, very popular park, so it makes sense to maintain it. They have all the snow fences up, the snow barriers. But yeah, I seen a red squirrel back there. They have a bird feeding area, like I said. And yeah, you don't see too many red squirrels in Toronto. At least I don't. They don't come around right in the residential areas where I live. Black squirrels. Like I said, another birch tree here, but they're few and far between. So this one's been stripped of the birch bark. I guess some kids or maybe some other survivalists come down here and practice, or people just grab it for their home fireplaces or whatever, start their barbecues. But that one's stripped pretty clean to as far as you can reach up. I can reach and get a little bit, but I don't need any. Now over here, I just noticed something interesting. Someone put a Christian cross on a branch here. I don't know, maybe there's a pet buried there. Hope it's not a person. I'm assuming it's a pet, or it's just someone puts a Christian cross there. Who knows? Wow, look at this tree here. Huh. Yeah, that tree is in the birch or the bark on it is pretty rough. And I don't see anything I need there. That's the Humber River down there. Humber River trestle bridge goes over the Humber. Been in quite a few of my videos. Another birch tree over here. Yeah, I think I might be skunked out, but hey, listen, it's not a necessity that I got it today anyways. Would have been nice. Yeah, I don't see nothing on that one. I'm definitely not walking down that hill down to the river. So the river's mostly frozen over, but you couldn't walk across it, that's for sure. I just hit the mother load of birch trees coming up. They're all behind, initially what I thought the fencing was for, the hoarding was for a snow barrier, but I don't think it is. I think it's for some remediation project. So if I did see Chaga on any of these trees, I wouldn't be going in that area anyways. Oh, here we go. Okay. New planting. This area has recently been planted as part of the restoration project to enhance the local ecosystem. Please be cautious not to disturb the plants while they are getting established. So there you go. That just outlines what the fencing's for. You go up and down hills. That's where the trekking poles come in handy. When my brother and I did 6 kilometers of the Lacouche Trail last year at Killarney Provincial Park, we both had trekking poles. And yeah, they keep you from going down. So but I'm filming this on my phone with a selfie stick. So I have one hand needed for that. I don't have my phone in my chest rig. If I have my trekking poles, I put my phone in the chest rig. No big deal. I haven't gone down yet, not even close. Big old trestle bridge. When I was early teens, I've walked across that bridge a few times with a couple buddies. So yeah, it's a pretty high bridge. I'd say it's I don't know, at least 100 feet, I would think, maybe. But it's been here for a long time. I don't know how long this configuration has been here, but the pedestrian bridge ahead of us that has been in this configuration with the green metal railing. In this configuration, it's been here as long as I can remember. I was born in 1969, so I'm old, and this bridge is probably at least that old. Uh-oh, poor dog lost his tennis ball. So you can get a little perception of how big this bridge is, and it's a very very traveled line for freight. I think the GO train takes it too, actually. I don't think I've ever been over it on a train myself, and I've been on a lot of trains, but I don't think I've ever been over this bridge. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I've been over a lot of other bridges in the Toronto area and throughout Canada. I've been right across Canada on the train from Halifax to Vancouver. So yeah, so this bridge here, these these concrete footings, they are from the original bridge. And the original bridge, I'll show you over here. Can't remember the name of the railroad, the Toronto Guelph Railroad or something. It was very, very old. But the original, one of the original footings there. And these are the original footings. Now, I'm going to explain these concrete footings in a second. And there's one original footing up there. So the bridge used to come straight through here, not over there. So they must have built that bridge when they were still using this bridge. And this bridge was a wood bridge. These are just the concrete footings for a wood trestle bridge that went across all the way up there where that hydro tower is. So it went across there, and there's another footing up there that I've been on top of when I was a kid. I can't get on top of it now because I'm too fat. But yeah, so you imagine this back in the day being a wooden trestle structure. Then they replaced it with that modern work over there, and that bridge has got to be 100 years old. So you know, you can only imagine how old these footings are. Got to be maybe 120 years old. I'm not sure, but it's approximately about that. So this is a pretty wide part of the Humber River. You can see there's open water there, so you can't walk across this. Some wildlife has, but a guy of my substantial girth would be going in for a little swim, and I'm not doing that today. So yeah, so this is a little more up close and personal view of this bridge because I'm walking. Usually I come across this on my e-bike, and I have a bunch of Karens screaming at me for, you know, going too fast, going too slow. Your lights are too bright. Your lights aren't bright enough. You should have a bell, not a horn. You should have a horn, not a bell. It's ridiculous. But anyhow, just pause it there because people, I don't want to get them on camera. But up here, you can walk up, and there's a place up there we called it Honda Hills when we were a kid. And a lot of people ride their dirt bikes there and BMXs and whatnot. It's still there, but no dirt bikes anymore these days. That's not environmentally friendly. Too dangerous. Safer to stay home and play video games. Now, I would like to have a coffee. But, like I said earlier, I didn't bring any water with me at all. And I'm getting thirsty too, to be honest with you. I've walked probably a couple kilometers, 2 to 3 kilometers. That's not a big deal. I'm not feeling it. I don't really need water right now, but it's nice. But there's the open, I have a filtration system on me that I could drink. But I'm not walking on that ice because that ice won't hold my fat ass. It might hold the dog a little bit, but I wouldn't even let my dog out there. Too dangerous. So I was hoping to come down here. This is like a beach area in the summer. I was hoping to come down here and have a bit of a wash. Coming close to the shore so I can put my water filtration bag in, but can't do it. That's okay. I'm going to keep walking. Maybe find a spot a little more south. I don't know why. When everyone walks by me, they're looking at me. Like, is it something I'm wearing? Or hey, doesn't everyone leave the house with an 18-pound survival pack on their back, a 8-pound chest rig, and hand warming pouch? Doesn't everyone leave the house like that? I don't know. I don't get people. I don't even know. Like, you know, some people that are walking their dogs and whatnot down here, I don't even have a bag on them. They just have their jacket. There's no way I'm leaving anywhere in my house in Toronto and not having some sort of survival equipment on me. No way. It never happens. It never happens. My EDC knife is with me. I go check the mail, and I got my EDC knife on me, and that's no joke. That's no joke. I left my EDC in a buddy's car after we went to a football game, and you know, I wasn't worried about it because he's my buddy and he's an honest guy. But I just felt like I have other EDCs as well. Like, I have not just one knife, but it was my go-to knife, and you know, I got it back the next day. But yeah, you just feel naked without it. I do, anyways. You know, it's not for self-defense, and you know, you can't legally in Canada carry a knife with the intention of using it for self-defense. That's illegal, as absurd as that sounds. So I don't carry the knife for self-defense. I carry it as a utility knife. If I gotta make kindling, I gotta make a feather stick for starting a fire, I gotta cut rope, I gotta, twist a screw with it, I gotta cut plastic with it. That's what my intention is. Now, if it came down to it where I was being physically assaulted and my life was in danger, well, I don't know. I might have to think of an alternate use for it. This is the Dundas Bridge for vehicular traffic. It's a huge bridge as well. I guess it was refurbished, I don't know, 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Comes a guy on a bike. Right on, brother, right on, man. First bike I've seen today. But getting back to the bridge. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a sizable bridge. Busy street, Dundas Street in Toronto. There's a beaver over there. I don't know if you can see it too clear. I think maybe two of them. Two beavers. I think they're, the hell are they? Are they beavers? Yeah, they're beavers. That's cool. Two Humber River beaver. I've never seen two of them together. Very cool. Beaver or muskrat? What the hell are those? I don't know if they're beaver or muskrat. Gotta be beaver. They look too big to be muskrat. Gotta be beaver. So just seeing those beavers there reminded me something of what untreated water can give you or cause you. It's called a beaver fever, along with giardia. There are a couple of things that you do not want to get transmitted from unfiltered or unclean water. So yeah, but that was nice to see them. I've seen lots of their work down here. You can see that they chew the trees, but I've never seen them. This is officially the first waterfalls south of the Dundas Bridge. There's one waterfalls, the large one, which is up just north of Eglinton Avenue. It's about double the size of these falls, but this is the first one south of the Dundas Bridge that leads to Lake Ontario. I think there's a total of 5 of them. Second waterfalls. Okay, I have some open water here on the Humber River, just south of the second waterfalls. You can see the Dundas Bridge up there. Now the water is coming this way, but also there is a drainage culvert there. So is that water coming out of the drainage culvert warmer than Humber River water? I'd say that it is. Now, do I want to put my filter in here? Because I am in need of a coffee, and I can access it. It'd be a little vicarious, but I think I can do it. Then I will filter it and I will boil it. And I think I'm going to attempt it here. Okay, so here it goes. That's quite a bit of water, more than I need for a coffee. So I'm going to hook it up to a tree right here and filter it before your eyes. And I'm gonna set up a coffee station. So this is the hose, and this is the actual filter. Now the filter, you got to ensure if you've used it before, it doesn't freeze. And this one has been in my bag for 2 hours now in this temperature, but I'm pretty sure it was in my house last night, so I'm pretty sure it's good to go. Pretty sure, but we'll find out in a second. I'll set it up. So it goes in. Okay, so now this filter here, if you were just to use it as a life straw, you could. That's the end you put in the water, and that's your straw end. So you would put this in. I could do that right there, but this is a system that I have, so it's can be used a couple of ways. So you plug the hose into the intake. The hose is a little cold, so you can see the water going through there. It's filtering nice. So that's Humber River water, right by a culvert. So I'm filling up a single-walled stainless steel bottle. So if I had to put that bottle right over the fire, it's not insulated, it'd be no problem to boil the water. But I have a titanium cup that I'm going to use. I don't need all that water for a cup of coffee. So if I had to drink this water without boiling it, I could. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to boil it too as a backup, because it's right by a drainage culvert. So that, who knows what's coming out of that. Like I said earlier, it's probably some nasty stuff. But this is a very good water. The water drop system it's very good. It's got excellent reviews, and like I said, I've used it for 3 days at a lake up north. I understand that's a little bit different than Humber River water, but yeah, it was no problems at all. Okay, so that's as full as you're gonna get. Come on through, ladies. Watch your step. I'm just drinking some Humber River water. You guys want some?
No, thanks.
Are you sure?
What are you filtering?
Yeah.
Oh, you're filtering it. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I do that when I go camping.
Yeah,
that's a great little filter.
I need a cup of coffee. Have a good day. So, yeah, so now I got enough water to make as many cups of coffee. Well, probably 3 cups. I'm only going to have 1. Okay, so I got my water filter all packed up. Still have it in my hand. Same hand I have my camera in. Now I'm just going to walk over to this bench over here and set up my coffee station. I don't got my pack on properly because I got to go through it when I get to the bench. So just heading over to the, I guess, 60, 70 feet away from where I access the river. Got my bottle of water with me, my freshly squeezed Humber River water. Switch benches, a little more stable for my tripod, selfie stick tripod. This is indeed Humber River water I'm drinking, because I'm honest, and I didn't bring no water with me. This is it's obviously extra weight, extra space to carry the stove with you, but now I don't have to worry about having any smoke signature and going and foraging for wood, because you can't do that down here, and I definitely couldn't do it on a park bench. Too many people down here, and you know what? This is basically, this is just to make a cup of coffee with Humber River water. And it won't take long to boil this water. And I'll give it a good roll and boil, because you see where I got the water from. It's not a natural spring, that's for sure. I've never drank Humber River water before, but I'm confident that it can be done. My emergency radio back. I have instant coffee. I didn't bring a French press. I don't own a French press, but I have been eyeing those, to be honest with you. But you know what? This concoction that I make up, I've gone over a couple of videos in my my emergency food kit. I have probably about a dozen of these prepared at home. Some have 880 calories and some have 1140. I think this is well, I know this is an 880 one. But I'm just opening it up to access, because I already had breakfast before I left the house. I'm just opening up to access the coffee, the Taster's Choice, and Taster's Choice instant coffee. And a Nescafe. It's a Nescafe original coffee. I've gone over them before. They're pretty high in sugar, 12 grams of sugar. So they substitute my milk and cream, so I don't have to bring milk and cream with this, and it tastes good. It tastes really good. So I didn't have to cut that open so soon, I guess. Let's get this water going. Get the stove going here. Excuse the sniffles. There we go. Now I want to kind of set that up so it doesn't fall over, obviously. Gonna be secure enough. I do believe it is. Packets in there. Okay, so this is the water that I got out of the Humber River. Let's give it a smell. No smell to it. Now, obviously, it's gone through the filter, so it looks crystal clear. And like I said, I could probably drink it right now if I had to. But let's give it one extra. I got it on some pretty high BTUs because I want to boil it up good and quick. It's a little chilly when you sit down. I guess I could have inflated my my air seating pad, but I'm wearing insulated pants and I'm wearing a pair of thermal underwear underneath, long thermal underwear, and these are good pants, so no problem. I'm wearing a pair of merino wool socks with a pair of Real SWAT tactical leather waterproof zip-up boots, and this is a microfiber Mountain Warehouse. It's not goose down or duck down, but it's inexpensive jacket if I burn it or whatever, and it's warm. It's warm, so I have no problem with it. It's got a hood on it. Might be boiling. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what you want to see. You want to see a good rolling boil. So I'm gonna let that go for a little bit. Just to burn off as much of whatever's in that sewer water I'm making a coffee out of. I would say that's good enough. What's up, buddy? Got no treats? I got no treats for you. Got no treats. Go with your Karen. So one package of the Nescafe original coffee blend and one little pack of Taster's Choice to make it taste more like coffee. Don't throw your garbage around, people. Be a little respectful. Well, there goes nothing. Why'd I put my knife away when I needed it? Okay, so now what I would normally do, which makes sense, the rest of this water in here, I would bring it to a roll and boil as well, because this little pot that I have is not big enough to do the whole bottle, or I could put this whole bottle in a fire, an open fire, and sterilize the whole bottle. But for this pack size and for my needs today, I just brought this. Now I can also make my instant oatmeal with this as well. This is enough water left in here to make instant oatmeal. So I could, in theory, have a coffee and my instant oatmeal. And, you know, that would put off my hunger. I'm not hungry right now, but that would put off my theoretical hunger for a little while. But yeah, so then once that cools down, if I were to boil it, and like I said, I could drink it right out of the filter, but I don't know. I could drink it down the trail later on, and I need more water than that. Like you'd probably want to drink 2 of those a day, especially if you're foraging for food or you're making a shelter, putting up a shelter. You'd go through 2 of those. I'd go through 2 of those a day. So if you're near a water source, not a big deal. Like that didn't take long to boil. I turned it up. I turned the gas up, a little more noisy, but it boils the water pretty quick, and you use more gas. But you know, this gas lasts you longer than you think. But if it freezes, you have a problem. And when you run out of gas, you got to use twigs. And I got the twigs still with me, so no big deal either. It's just a little more work. But for this demonstration, I'm drinking Humber River water. I don't know if I'd want to advise to do that, but I'm probably not the first person. Oh my God, best coffee I've ever had. Not even kidding. Now, the more of them dead. It wasn't the coffee that did it. So anyhow, I'm going to conclude this video. Another video of do your owns down in the Humber Valley. What I can say is, don't let Trump and Trump's tariffs get you down. Because if he shuts off the orange juice supply up to Canada, you can always come down to the Humber River and make a coffee. So that's a lesson to be learned from this video today. If you liked anything you've seen, if you can like my video, you can subscribe and you can share it. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your Saturday.